Well, hello and a very good evening to Let's Get It On with me, Suzanne Letting. We've got a very special guest in the studio. This is none other than Xander Jaymes Petit, and he is one of 100 leaders of the choirs, one of the UK's national biggest choirs ever. Xander, hello.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
I hope I got that right. That was quite a mouthful to say.
It is, isn't it? But yes, that's right.
One of 100 leaders for the biggest rock choir. How many members has the rock choir got?
So over 30,000 members across the nation. There's 100 choir leaders like me running 400 choir sessions across the country every week.
Every week?
Yeah, well, every week during term time. Yeah, we have a little break in between.
But I think it's a fun thing to do now. Obviously, this Caroline Redmond Lusher started this idea, didn't she, 20 years ago? And did she ever imagine it would grow to be as big as it is?
No, she didn't. She started at a small community hall, and she put out some chairs and invited some people along, and then more people than she ever expected turned up for that first session. And then, here we are 20 years later with 30,000 members, all enjoying and sharing music with each other, and performing all over the place and going to rehearsals and making friends for life in all these sessions, yeah.
You've done some pretty amazing things, haven't you? And you've done a huge amount of work for charities.
Yes, yeah, we love to use our music to raise money and raise awareness for fabulous charities all over the country, yeah.
I mean, I would say what would be your ambition, but you're already fulfilling all of those ambitions, aren't you? It's just growing exponentially across the country, with more and more people joining.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest passions in life is to make music as accessible to as many people as possible. So I think the dream really is that everybody gets to experience rock choir, and everyone gets to experience singing together and creating music and memories together. Yeah.
I can't imagine there's another choir with 30,000 members.
No, we're the leading UK contemporary non-audition choir. So there's no need to read music, there's no auditions, there's no nothing. You come into the room, and every leader teaches by repetition. So all you have to do is listen and sing it back, and then every leader in their sessions will help you become the best that you possibly can be in your choir.
It's quite a symbol as well, I think, because there's a lot of talk about mental health at the moment, isn't there, and about music with mental health. And obviously belonging to a choir without any pre-audition must be quite liberating, and it must be supporting a lot of people who do have mental health issues coming together in a supportive and collective environment.
Absolutely, yeah. We can look at the science of it a little bit, where what actually gets released when you're singing is a hormone called endocannabinoids, and they are the feel-good factor. They're the feel-good hormone. And we did a study a few years ago. There's more endocannabinoids released when you're singing than any other activity that we do, like exercise or anything like that. Singing is the one. And there's something magical about when you're all singing the same song together, you end up singing and you end up breathing at the same time, which then means that your heart rates all come together at the same time as well. So not only are you there forgetting about everything outside of your rehearsal room or outside of that performance, you're also physically and scientifically becoming one person altogether. And for a lot of our members, that 90 minutes a week where they have their session is an escape from reality. They get to not think about the worries that are happening in their life, and they get to just think about music and spend time with their friends. And it's such a relief and such a boost for so many people. They come out at the end of the session just beaming from ear to ear, and just waiting for the next time they get to sing together.
It's a lovely thing to witness, isn't it? It's a lovely, and I guess it's a good cardiovascular exercise as well, isn't it? Because you mentioned about breathing, and something I've been learning is breathing techniques when you're singing, because none of us breathe properly normally, I don't think.
This is it. Where lots of people think that there is a specific way to breathe when you're singing, but actually, if you're breathing the same way that you breathe to live, then you end up singing to live at the same time. So Yeah, it is a magical thing, and then obviously, what also sets us aside from a lot of other choirs as well is our routines. So we don't just stand and sing; we also we dance away at the same time. So we're all like doing the twist and bobbing around and clapping and clicking, so it keeps you mobile and moving at the same time. So yeah, it's
It's that
mentally
feel
and
good
physically
factor.
good. Yeah.
And actually, that shines through in the next track that we're going to listen to, because this is one of your new releases. So tell us, Xander, a little bit about this track, because it's a charity track. It's a very important track that you're releasing on the 5th of December. Tell us a little bit about it, because in this track, it really is. It's a Stevie Wonder track, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about this track and why it's so special.
Yeah, so on the 6th of December, we're releasing "What Christmas Means to Me" by Stevie Wonder. It is such an upbeat, such a feel-good song, explaining all the little things in Christmas and what they mean, and the smallest things like decorating the tree and spending time with each other and meeting underneath the mistletoe. All those lyrics are in there, and all those special little things that make Christmas Christmas. It's all in there in this song. And we're releasing it to raise money for Cash for Kids and their Mission Christmas, where we as a choir nationwide have collected together gifts and cash donations as well, and they'll all go to children this Christmas that wouldn't have a present, or wouldn't have a Christmas meal, or wouldn't have a Christmas tree in their house if it wasn't for the really generous donations of all the choir members across the country. And then we just want to raise that awareness that there are children out there at this time of year that need help, and they need something to look forward to, and they need that joy of Christmas because they can't get it otherwise. So this single, the more people download it, the more people will know about it, and the more we can talk about what Christmas means to just to everybody, but to children at this time of year.
Well, let's have a listen to this track, because it is simply beautiful, and I'll ask you a question about it that sprung to mind when I was listening. So this is "What Christmas Means to Me" by the Rock Choir.
Wish you a Merry Christmas, baby. Wish you a Merry Christmas, baby.
Candles burning low, lots of mistletoe, lots of snow and ice everywhere we go. Choir singing carols right outside my door. All these things and more, baby.
All these things and more, baby.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Yeah.
Oh,
Wish you a
yeah.
Merry Christmas, baby.
See your smiling face like I've never seen before.
It's such a happy song. You can't help but smile, can you? And I imagine when you were talking earlier about the feel-good factor, I can actually hear the feel-good factor in all of those voices as they're singing and they're coming together, which is quite remarkable. As you say, it's that magic, isn't it, that's come across?
Yeah, it is, and it's just got that sparkle to it, and then the solo that Caroline Redmond-Lusher has brought to the song as well just adds this extra layer of magic, and it just makes you feel like Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think it's just really important, the message of this song, what Christmas feels like to everybody, and how
Caroline has got that very unique voice. She's almost, a gospel singer. You can hear the spirituality in her voice as she's singing, and it's and so that's her vocals. That was the question I was going to ask because I wasn't sure.
Yes, yeah. So our leader and our founder and creator of Rock Choir, and she has got the solo line in this single, and her voice is it's phenomenal, and she's such a talented musician, and it's a real privilege to be able to sing with her on this track.
Yeah, and the other single that you're releasing is Hallelujah, and is she singing on that as well?
She is, yes. So this is a bit of a nationwide project for us as well. So we've been, Caroline has been touring the country and seeing as many of the Rock Choir members as possible in events that we've called You're the Voice. And we've just got together as many Rock Choir members in the local areas as possible into a big event. And as part of that event, we then recorded at each one the Rock Choir members singing the choir section of the Hallelujah song. And altogether, it's about 6,000 Rock Choir members are on this track. And then again, added Caroline's solo line on top of it, and it is just as beautiful and magical how it comes together. And we're releasing a music video at the same time for both of the singles, but for this one, it's just a gorgeous show of what Rock Choir means to so many people, and it's almost like a love story between Caroline, who founded this choir, and then the thousands of members that are singing with her, and the thousands of members across the country that sing and enjoy Rock Choir because of what she created. It is sensational.
You must have an enormous amount of energy and enthusiasm that never wanes, and getting all of those people together to come together, I guess because, as you say, that magic is being part of something that's bigger than the self. It's something that other people are going to enjoy, and it's a labor of love, I guess, really bringing this music to life.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we only do it term time, because
you all need a rest.
And for us as choir leaders, it is we put everything we have into every session and every performance, every recording. We put everything we have into it because we know full well that everyone that is involved in a rehearsal or a performance or a recording, they're living their life and loving it, and it's the opportunity to then share that with everybody is just magical. So it's all worth it, but it definitely gets to Christmas, we definitely put our feet up and recharge.
These singles are obviously for the charity Cash for Kids. Do you have a kids rock choir, or is there a planning for a kids rock choir?
We have got a subsection, I guess we call it there, called Rock Stars, and it's not as regular as our normal Rock Choir sessions. We do workshops with schools, and we do half-term sessions and themed sessions with kids. So we have got Rock Stars, and they'll learn a song and they'll record it, and they'll have a lovely time doing that as well. So we do.
Gosh, you are so busy. Well, at this point, we ought to listen to another song. So I think what we'll do is we'll listen to Last Christmas song, which was Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. Just tell us a little bit about that. Was that in aid of a charity as well last Christmas, or was that just one that you did?
No, it was again for Cash for Kids last year. So it was our single release for Cash for Kids last year. And that single, along again with the donations of gifts and cash donations, we managed to raise £55,000 for Cash for Kids.
Wow.
With the aid of this single and the donations. So really successful last year, and we're hoping to beat it this year.
I was going to say, that's the target, isn't it? To beat that 55k this year. Well, let's have a listen to last year's Christmas song now.
skating in the park. And if the storm cloud makes it dark, then your rosy cheeks will light my merry way. Now the obstacles appear, and they frozen up your being. So alive by the fire till the sleep simply melts them all away. Oh, well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Christmas when the kids stop singing and the bell begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Christmas every day. Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas every day. Christmas every day. So when the snowman brings the snow, oh well, you just might like to know he's put a great big smile on somebody's face. So if Santa brings a sleigh all along the Milky Way, I sign my name on the rooftop in the snow. He may decide to stay. Oh well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Christmas every day. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Christmas when the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Why don't you give your love for
Xander, it's hard to imagine what you might want to achieve as a choir, because whereabouts are all of the, you say 30,000, so is there a part of the country yet that you've not reached?
I don't think so. I think the only places there isn't a rock choir is where there's no people living. So
Silly question, really, I suppose. But I mean, you're one of 100 leaders. How on earth do you could I suppose you do regular, or you're in touch with everybody. But it's a massive feat, isn't it? Organising 100 leaders all together, all different parts of the country.
Yeah, so each leader has anywhere between 3 and 6 choirs that they're running all the way through the week, and we all have similar rehearsal schedules. So the idea is that someone from one of my choirs in Manchester could go all the way down to somewhere in Cornwall and go to the same choir session, and they know the songs, they know the moves, they'd be learning the same song, and still feel like part of this one choir that we have nationwide. And it is a challenge to keep everybody going and keep everyone within the schedule so that everyone knows what they're doing all at the same time. But yeah, it just works.
It's that magic, isn't it? It's just all coming together, collaborating. Now I know this year it was this year that you went to Althorpe, wasn't it? Earlier on this year.
Yes, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, because obviously that was a really special event, and I guess you have nobody says, oh no, I can't do that. Everybody, yes we can, yes I can, yes can. The choir just grows. So tell us a little bit about that event, because that was again for a very special charity, wasn't it?
It was indeed, yeah. So Lord Spencer opened up the doors to Althorpe House for 300 choir members, and in they went for the day, and they sang in different locations across the estate, and they had a little tour around, and they had like exclusive access to somewhere that we normally wouldn't be able to go into. So it's another one of those experiences that we can offer to our members as part of a rock choir. But from that, we managed to make a music video there. And we then went into the dining room of Althorpe House, where we did the audio recording of Make Your Own Kind of Music. And again, this is a song with a really strong message where music is personal to each and every person, and you're free and allowed to, you're permitted to make your own kind of music and make it as joyous and loud as you want it to. And this was all connected to the Diana Award. So we're celebrating 25 years of the Diana Award being launched. And it's the Diana Award that supports young people in reaching their dreams, and changing the way that the world is, by starting with the youth and making them important and know what they want to do and make their own mark on the world in the future. So the message of the song really resonates in with what the Diana Award does, and those young people that are going to lead the country in the future.
Yeah, it's such a magical place to be, and something very close to her heart was all of the children, wasn't it? That's what we all remember her by, and sadly we all miss her for, is that passion. So how wonderful that you were invited to do that. So let's have a listen to Make Your Own Kind of Music.
Nobody can tell ya. There's only one song worth singing. They may try and sell ya, say it hangs them up to see someone like you. But you gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You're gonna be knowing the loneliest kind of lonely. It may be rough going just to do your things, the hardest thing to do. But you gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. So if you cannot take my hand, and if you must be going, but you gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. Make your own, sing your song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along.
So what other highlights have you had so far, Xander, with this choir? I mean, there must be hundreds of things that you've all got involved in that you never thought you would.
Yeah, it is. For me as a musician, so I've been working with rock choir for nearly 8 years now, and in that career, I've just done stuff that yeah, I would never imagine doing at all. So we were live on stage at Hyde Park in front of 40,000 people. One year we flash mobbed 40,000 people in Hyde Park with 10,000 choir members.
Gosh.
So there was me and the other choir leaders, and Caroline was up on the stage, and we were singing away, and then suddenly out of nowhere, all these Rockies just took off their coats and showed off their rock choir stars on their uniform, and suddenly there was 10,000 people singing along with what was happening on stage. So that was a really magical moment, and then we were invited back to go and do it again. I ended up being a backing vocalist for Albert Hammond, for Josh Groban, for Michael Ball. That all these things that you know, as a lowly little musician, you can dream of, but actually it comes true by working with Caroline and her dreams for not only for the members, but for these lifelong memories for musicians across the country as well.
Yeah.
And then this Christmas, I'm just about to take my choirs on tour around Belgium and France. So they're going to go and perform in some beautiful places there. And then we've got Abbey Road experiences as well. So we take choirs to Abbey Road to go and record some of our songs with their vocals on. And they get to take away, you know, a live recording of their vocals, along with photos and videos for memories to last forever as well. So we do all these big, massive, memorable experiences, but then at the same time, we then get involved in local community stuff that really means a lot to our members. Local hospices that do services to remember those that have passed. We get to be involved in those and show our support for those. And just this weekend, just gone, we were in Manchester Cathedral, which is a beautiful space to sing in. But the service was beautiful, remembering those who have lost their lives in St Anne's Hospice in Greater Manchester. And it's a real privilege to be involved in stuff like that. And then there's all the fun stuff, you know, stuff like farmers markets and Christmas markets and stuff like that. We, you know, just turn up and just bring a bit of sparkle and joy and music to any event. And those ones can be just as memorable as the big ones as well. So yeah, it's a real spectrum of local things that hit home really hard, all the way through to these national things that still hit home. And yeah, there's just massive opportunities, local and across the world, apparently.
Do you ever get any strange requests that you think, oh no, we can't do that?
I've never said no to a gig, but I have had to yeah, think about it a bit. Yeah, you know, we don't really say no to stuff, but I tend not to do that. Weddings and funerals, they're the things I say no to.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd have no time for the rest of my life. Because
I guess you must get inundated with requests. But is the choir bookable? So, for example, if you're an artist, you know, like Josh Groban, you know, will he book, you know, say, I want a choir, I would like the rock choir to be in on this? And do those artists then say, well, I'd like to give some money to charity? So when you're booked, does the booking money go to the charity? How do you make it work?
So yeah, it works in different ways, but we absolutely are bookable. We're bookable through our website, so you can go to rockchoir.com and head to the events section, and you can, if you've got an event coming up, you can, you know, request that Rock Choir come and be part of your event. And yeah, we have worked with some big artists. We were part of was it 2 years ago, I think it was, we were part of Aled Jones and Russell Watson. They did their Christmas tour around the country, and we were at every single one of those performances. We were the backing choir for their Christmas tour, so we have done that before. As for raising money for charity, like it depends on what they want to do with it, with their money. So
yes, absolutely,
yeah. But yeah, we're definitely bookable. We definitely work with big artists. The bigger, the better. We'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So over the 20 years, because this is your 20-year anniversary this year, do you know how much overall you've raised for your charities?
Oh, I wish I did. It's got to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands. It's got to be, because every time that we get together as our one choir projects, we look at raising like 80, 90,000 at a time. So
Yeah.
it's hundreds of thousands. I'd love to know the number, but I'm sorry I don't.
But the magic is what you're doing, isn't it? And you know, the feel good factor that you're spreading and the joy that you're giving lots of people through doing the choir really together. So what is there a number of people? Are you going to reach a limit? You're at 30,000 now. Is there going to be a limit that you can handle, or will you just keep growing?
I think we'll just keep on growing. I think our managing director, Steph, I think she's got this magic number in her in her site. She'd like us to hit 100,000 members, which would be absolutely incredible. And I'd love that to happen, because not only do we then reach 100,000 people with music, but it also means that we're then creating sustainable and opportunities for professional musicians to have a regular income as well. And that's really important for us as an organization, that not only are we changing lives of amateur musicians, we're changing lives of professional musicians as well, because so many musicians go from gig to gig and scrape by with their income. But here with Rock Choir, it means that you've got a job that keeps on giving, and it keeps on giving to you not only financially, but also gives to you mentally, physically, and the achievements and experiences as a amateur and professional musician all the same. So 100,000, please. Thank you.
Okay, so 30,000, you're making a difference to those 30,000 people that are in the choir. You're making a difference to the communities that you're supporting. So if you wanted to become a member of the Rock Choir, how would you go about it?
It's so easy. All you have to do is head to rockchoir.com and you click the button saying book my free taster. So your first one is always free, so you get to come and see what it's like to be in the choir. And you just pop your postcode in and it'll show you all the sessions that are nearest to you, when they're on, where they are, who the leader is. All the information's there for you, and you choose your taster session and you go along and experience it. You've got nothing to lose, and then you'll be hooked. So then you'll be back every week after that.
So we need to get that magical 100,000 then, because that would be the world's biggest choir then, wouldn't it? It's got to be.
It's got to be. I can't imagine another choir being 100,000 strong.
No, I can't. Well, let's give everybody a little bit of an incentive. The next song that we're going to listen to is Hallelujah, which is the next release, along with What Christmas Means to Me. And this is, again, Caroline singing on this one, isn't she? So let's have a listen to Hallelujah. And if this doesn't whet your appetite to join the choir, I don't know what will.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major left, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight all went through ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew a
I keep saying what next, Xander, because I guess you don't know what's next for the choir, do you? Because these opportunities keep popping up, and you go, yes, we'll do that. Yes, we'll do that. So you 100 leaders, along with Caroline and obviously the team, how on earth do you make the decision to, you must have to cross your diaries all the time, because I can't, it's so big, you must be so busy.
Yeah, we are, and and the team at the top, they work really hard on creating new experiences and new goals. And Caroline is such an inspirational musician that she always inspires everybody in the team to want to be bigger, to be better, to be the best, and to live the best life that you can, and enjoy the most music that you can. So whatever Caroline's got in the pipeline for us, I know full well that she'll support us in delivering it, and I know that she'll be thinking about what people want from their membership, from their performances, from their careers. Yeah, it's whatever she throws at us, we'll do it.
The difference that you've made to people's lives in those 20 years, I don't think can be, underestimated, really. And I'm amazed, because I don't know, has she been up for, an award at all, Caroline? Has she achieved any awards with the choir?
Yes, she has. Yeah, a lot of awards actually, but the most recent one is that she's just got an honorary doctorate of music from the University of Salford, which is where she did her degree. And myself and some choir members had the opportunity to sing for her. She came out in all of her red and yellow robes, and it's just really lovely to see her recognised like that for the work that she does. So yeah, there's many other awards that she's been given as well. Yeah.
How incredible, from that little seed 20 years ago in a community hall, putting out the chairs, not knowing how many people might join in. But it always starts with one inspirational leader, doesn't it? And that feeds all the way down. And through those years, through those 20 years, you are where you are now, 30,000, hoping to get 100,000. What an incredible journey. And all of those lives you've touched and changed as a result of being involved in just singing. Such a simple, humble thing to do.
That's it. We can talk about all these big numbers as much as we like, but as long as we change the life of one person for the better, everything that we do is absolutely worth it. So whether that means that one person has gone out of their house for the first time in years, or has reached out, stepped out of their comfort zone to talk to a new person for the first time, or someone is really struggling with a tough time and they get the chance to forget about it all. And one person is all it's all what we need for the work that we do. So we talk about 30,000, we talk about 100,000, but as long as there's one person in the room whose life has changed and they it means everything. Yeah.
So just remind everybody where the website is, and what have you got coming up to Christmas, where people might want to see you.
So if you head to rockchoir.com, you can head to our events section there. It will show you all of the events that are happening across the country. And we've got things like singing at the Christmas tree in Trafalgar Square down in London. We've got choirs at the moment singing at Arley Hall up in Manchester. We've got some big concerts happening in some gorgeous venues up in Scotland. Over in Ireland, we've just done a massive flash mob of Victoria Shopping Centre over there as well. So we are all over the place. And we have got coming up very soon the I'm a Celebrity castle. When they use the castle in Wales, we've got a choir going in there to go and sing there as well. So there's lots going on. So if you go to our events section on rockchoir.com, you can see all the details about that.
And the most important thing is to download and get the new single, because every penny spent is going to go to Cash for Kids. It's an important message to get across, and we can help Xander achieve more than the 55,000 that they achieved last year. We've got to beat 2023.
Yeah. And the more you download and the more you play it and the more you share it with your friends and family around you, and wind down your car window and play it out of your car as much as you can, so people can hear it. It not only raises raises the vital funds and gifts, but it also raises the awareness of what we can do to change lives for children at Christmas.
Absolutely. And if you're a community leader and you haven't got a choir in your vicinity, then you need to reach out, go to the website and see how your community group can come together and join into something that is just changing and making a difference to so many lives.
Absolutely, yeah. If there's not a rock choir near you, let us know. We'll see what we
They'll
can
be
do.
there.
Yeah.
They'll be in your vicinity.
Yeah.
Well,
You'll be
Xander,
surprised as well where they are, because you might not think that there is one near you. You pop that postcode in on the website and you'll find that it's around the corner from you. You go, oh look, there we go. That's my
I
Monday
can be
evening
part of this
sorted.
as well. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I've forgotten the name of that. What did you call the thing that's endorphin that's released?
Yeah, endocannabinoids. That's
Endocannabinoids. What a word that is, endocannabinoids. So if you want to exercise your endocannabinoids, then you need to be part of the choir.
Yeah, you do.
Xander, thank you very much for your time today. I wish you lots of luck with this charity single. I hope you raise thousands and thousands. I hope you beat your record for last year. I hope you all get a chance to have a festive season and rest a little bit, ready for next year's onslaught. But, keep up the good work. And, thank you so much for spending time with us today to explain a little bit about the single.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for playing our music. We love it.
Absolutely. We're right behind you.
Thank you.